Fantastic. Ty Robinson, Husker.
He plays hard.
Nice.
Really good.
4.83. There you go. Jared Harrison Hunt. 4.87.
Hey now.
Okay.
Let's go.
And there's a round of applause. Tyrion Ingram Dawkins.
A lot of SEC D linemen here. That's a great time for him.
And now he's the leader too.
He might fly.
Speaking of flying, a 1.74.
And I think he stumbled with that 1.74.
I thought he did too.
He's got faster in him. He can beat that time. This is a top 50 player for me in this class, and Darius Alexander out of Toledo. He's got long arms. He can knock you back. He can really bend and move. He was excellent at the Senior Bowl, Rich, and 6'0", so just under 6'4", 305 pounds, and he carries it well.
There's 40s of the scouting combine being run by the first defensive line.
See if he gets under 5 flat here. Smooth run.
There you go. Toledo Hotel yesterday. It's fantastic. Gareth Harmon.
Yeah, just relaxed.
Look at that 40. My goodness, he improved on a 4.97.
He can hold the point of attack, and he's got some quickness.
That's 1.73 is quick.
That's a great time.
Sub 5.40.
Anybody that's picking up there is, got a little added pressure, and usually it's because, you got to find the right quarterback here going forward. Solid run.
5.04.
At 308 pounds.
So Ty Robinson's official 40 is 4.83. Wow. Nebraska running fast to kick off the 40-yard dashes.
This great data here in Indianapolis. Top speed at 10-yard in a 40-yard dash. Ty Robinson moving at almost 17 miles an hour. Ended up clocking in at 4.83. Pretty good stuff, huh?
There he goes.
He's flying, man. And he has just taken off and developed each and every year in college. That's a great 10.
And a great time.
We're talking.
Shamar Stewart. 10.
See, I should have done that to him. I mean, it's a great time. It's a great 10 split. It's a great overall time with the jumps. But I think he can run faster than that. It wasn't a pure, clean run.
We'll see maybe a second run from him. And
that's a great time. I mean, let's not kid ourselves.
Of course not. Of course, we should not sit here and put anything more on him, like say he should run a 4.4 or that he's got a comp of Myles Garrett.
It's not a great start.
Better finish.
Made up for it.
During the commercial break, the second 40 of Hurricane, Tyler Barron, improved. I guess you would call that a hieroglyphic.
He was doing burpees in Egypt just a few years ago, and now he's doing the hoop drill.
Well, the 4.47 that we had him as unofficial is spot on as official. Our first simulcam of the 2025 NFL Scouting Combine presented by Rocket is a Super Bowl version. Saquon, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, and James Pierce.
Woo.
The fact that he'd be included in this group.
Second, right? Is he just ahead of A.J. Brown?
Places. Patrick Mahomes tweeted this out. All I ask is that NFL Network doesn't want my 40 overlay anymore. So,
cue it up.
Happy anniversary. Patrick Mahomes versus the fastest guy of the day. Sorry, Patrick. Mahomes versus James Pierce. Oh, look away, Patrick. Look away. Why are we doing Mahomes like this? Just because he tweeted that out?
I think partially, yeah. See this with the defensive linemen as well as the linebackers, and Fred Warner is going to go ahead and give us our example on this drill. Again, how does this equate when you watch it, on Sundays? That's what we're trying to show here with these drills and these videos. And Fred Warner Look at him when he was coming out, again, changing direction. He's not heel clicking. He's keeping a nice base. He's bending his knees. This is, again, giving you that sense of the overall athleticism. You can identify some stiffness at times through this drill. That was excellent. You watch him at the linebacker position, different than what we see, obviously, with these interior defensive linemen. But it pops up throughout the game. It's being able to use your eyes, see, change direction, close, and go. See how he's low, his knees are bent, he doesn't pop up, he's not playing real high. It's all of that change of direction. So that's one of the things we get out of this drill as an evaluation tool. Capabilities here. One of my favorites is just the tracer. Let's watch the tracer here on Alfred Collins, a big DT from Texas. See the amount of ground that he's covering. It's like coloring on your paper here. As we look at Ty Hamilton, see him get moving, staying right down the line. Get vertical, comes straight down that line, and Jordan Phillips finally didn't get a chance to see him run the 40, but as he's stumbling around a little bit, he gets a little squiggly with his line. Looks like my driver's license signature.
I was going to say, it looks like the old, the symbol of the artist formerly known as Prince, like an Etch-a-Sketch on the field. See, we can make these references, Daniel. Just as the coach says, don't think, just let it fly.
You can get my Raspberry Beret. See a little pass rush drill here. We saw some of the change of direction. Let's look at someone who does it extremely well, Chris Jones. Here he is working through these bags. Again, you see the hands, and then you see the ability to corner and turn. He's able to kind of flip his hips at the top of his rush, and you see it right here against the Bengals. Again, those hands, and then watch him corner and flatten and turn. Everything he does is so efficient for a guy that big to move like this. It's all angles, it's all efficiency. It's outstanding. And if you look at the numbers from Derek Harmon we were just talking about, it's always fun to compare them. Not bad for Derek Harmon to be in that company when you're just looking at the height, weight, speed, length testing here.
I mean, that is a very respectable neighborhood.
We're going to throw the tracker on Farmer here, Joshua Farmer. Again, you want to see him stay tight to that line. This is where it's cool with the tracer. Peebles, like he's right on the line there. He corners. Again, think about just crush with that hand, that crushing blow with your hand, and then close. Crush it and close it.
And what are we looking at here?
It's the Deacon Jones drill if you just lower the target by about 6 inches here. And this is Jalen Carter. His good a club move as there is in the NFL right now along the interior. You see him going through the bags here, and watch, it's the club, and then it's able to kind of open his hips and turn his hips. Get you going one way, get you leaning. It's a violent, real physical club, and then he crosses your face. Again, club, and now you're beat. It's over. It's a win right now. Going one way, lean him. He's leaning on one side. You club him. That impacts his balance, and then you close the finish on this drill. Darius Alexander, real smooth, real athletic. He's one of the interesting ones in terms of the discussion about age, Rich, because we have some of these guys, have just been in college for so long. It's the COVID year. It's red shirts, so he's going to be a 25-year-old rookie. But in talking to teams, there doesn't seem to be as much concern or worry about that as maybe years in the past. They just know this guy's going to show up and be ready to help us right away.
DJ.
Yes, sir.
Just had that discussion with someone last week, and what I've gleaned out of it is, how we always say we take what the colleges bring us?
Yeah.
That's just where we are right now.
Ran it well.
Yeah, here we go. Looking at Darius Alexander from Toledo. Pretty smooth. You see the 8s. He's staying right where he needs to stay, tight on the hoops. You want your body almost to be over on the inside of the hoop. That shows your ability to bend. This is going to be hard for somebody that's over 6'7" and big Deion Walker. It's not too bad right there. It's Derek Harmon. Oh, this is the fun stuff. Yes.
Look at this.
Look at that. That is pretty.
And this.
Look at where the hand is, where he's getting low.
Yeah.
He's bending his knees.
This on-field drill brought to you by the number 8.
You look at Braden Fisk. He talked about somebody who parlayed excellent in the fall at Florida State into a great postseason. And the workouts before the draft, as we're looking at him right here. And then, man, he cut it loose once he got to the Rams. But here it is. Here's that change of direction, that retrace. You're getting up the field. In the NFL, you're going to see a lot of these tunnel screens, bubble screens, the ball smoked out to the perimeter. Can you change directions, and then can you react? Here you get a quarterback that's changed levels. He's climbed up in the pocket a little bit. You got to be able to find him.
Sure.
And changing the game. And that almost got them past the Philadelphia Eagles, the way that front played. And not just those two guys from last year. It's really the last 3 drafts the Rams have hit it out of the park.
Lock in. You ready to burst?
Yeah, he can move. That's smooth. No wasted movement. He doesn't get stuck when he's changing direction. There's no pause there. Oh, we got the tracker going here from what we missed a little earlier. Birch. Again, he's kind of leaned up a little bit, moving really well. There's a Raku from BC. Yeah, it's really good. Real quick. It's a combination of the quickness and the efficiency. No wasted steps. Landon Jackson, a really good day.
Going to mimic the dropping back from a line of scrimmage.
Yeah, well, some of these guys
here
could play, stacked off the ball, but more than anything else, just want to see their movement. And are they athletic enough movement-wise that you could get away with some things?
So straight on is where the throw's coming.
And see who catches it with their hands and who's going to cradle catch it.
Batty.
Oh, they're throwing them nice and smooth and soft here.
No. What do you want them to just?
I think that's Matt Corral. Is that Matt Corral?
Is that Matt Corral?
Yeah.
And now we've switched out. Who's the quarterback here? Jordan Birch comes straight in.
And you'll see him kind of pause and gather. Not going to, ideally you want to see him just kind of run through it. Come downhill and run through it.
Diggs.
You could be seeing it maybe get up to 7 or 8 this year.
Yeah, it's that type of a draft because we don't have maybe some of the top-level quarterbacks and skill position players. But here's a name you remember. I played against his father in college.
Is that right? Won a Super Bowl as a tight end.
His father was a tight end at the University of Alabama. His son following in his footsteps, except he's playing defensive end. And, guys, this young man, Ty Robinson, has been exceptional throughout today. Terrific, hard-nosed effort player at Nebraska. You know what else he is? Athletic as heck.
So it's Coach Matt Rule's here. He was walking the concourse earlier. Rule, of course, representing Nebraska. And then Pat Stewart, who was with the Patriots, just left to take the job as the GM of Nebraska football. So they're on their way.
All right. Got more guys. Javari Ritzy out of UNC. Bill Belichick, who spent a few years, I believe, at the Combine. Now turning things around down there in Chapel Hill.
He wouldn't have minded if Ritzy had another year of eligibility. But how about Zeke Biggers? Woo! Okay, guys, 34.5. What is Biggers weighing? 300 and... I mean, it is a monster man. That's like something out of NASA. You don't know how it gets off the ground, but he pulls it off. Zeke Biggers, 321 pounds up in the air.
Tyrion Ingram Dawkins as well. We saw him out there on the turf, jumping at 36 inches. It's amazing to see these guys through to the Combine as well. All right, so we talked about almost 11 feet on the broad jump. He's checking every box here.
He absolutely is, and Peter Stacy had a great story on him. Alopecia, battling through and doing everything right. Remember Josh Dobbs coming out of Tennessee, Charlie Villanueva, basketball.
UConn Blair Academy.
Shamar Stewart, almost 11 feet on his broad. Look, the production maybe doesn't meet the measurables and all the athleticism that we see, but he's phenomenal.
It's a classic case of like the tape versus the measurables. And I saw Booger McFarland came out and said, take him first overall. To which our NFL Network's Greg Rosenthal's like, show me the tape. That means he's a first-round pick. Okay. I mean, that's where we go. It's what it is. It's the debate.
And we go through it all the time. Chop Robinson had 4.5 sacks last year at Penn State. Ended up having a heck of a rookie season.
Antoine Paul-Ryland, he was busy out there as well. Almost 10.5 feet on the broad, 36.5-inch vert.
And speaking of production, how about the season he had last year at Virginia Tech with over 16 sacks?
Princely. Ole Miss, boy, they're loaded this. You're going to see them all over here this weekend.
Well, you remember what the story that DJ was telling about Bubba Ventrone, the coach, saying, what's your name again? Uman Ellen. Princely.
Princely it
Princely's
is.
enough.
Quinyon Mitchell last year as a cornerback. What about Darius Alexander and what he had on display, Peter?
He was great. He was moving. And, I thought Kevin O'Connell was really smart when he said, some of these guys are transferring and we give them the credit for it. How about the guys who stayed? And last year, Quinyon Mitchell said he stayed at Toledo because he wanted to be the best MAC player to ever come out of the MAC. Alexander, of course, had offers to leave in the transfer portal and NIL. stayed at Toledo, and he did slip early, but he looked good. And CD, I see you on the field in this footage. You saw him up close.
Oh, it certainly did, and it's fun to watch as he goes through. Look at that spin move, but look at the violence in the hands. Stays tight to the bag, low to the ground, corners really well, and then finishes like you're supposed to finish.
J.J. Pegues, you talked about him when we started our day, Charles.
Yeah, and remember, those guys who play the Wildcat quarterback, that's where they get the notice, right, Peter?
Yeah.
And become the novelty. But his number one job is to play defense, and he does that quite well. Look at him go to the bag. Look where his eyes are. See how they're staying on the coach, and now they drop just to find one spot, get him right back to the coach. How about how he just changed direction right there, put a foot in the ground, and he was off in the other direction.
So many questions about whether Travis Hunter is going to do both drills. Are we going to see him doing running back drills? Because
remember, Dan and Jeremiah talked about they want to take a look at him at fullback.
Yep.
We have those guys like Patrick Ricard, right, who's made the spin over, Scott Matlock. And if nothing else, those are the guys you put in your short yardage and goal line in their fullback leads.
What do they say? The more you can do.
Absolutely.
Special request for Charles Davis, Elijah Simmons. What'd you see up close?
Well, one thing I didn't have to do was watch. All I had to do was close my eyes and feel the ground shake as Elijah Simmons goes through it. Wherever he goes, the field tilts in his direction, and he's one of those guys who's going to be a great, Peter, point of attack. Good luck running the ball inside if you want to.
That's
fury with that. How about how he goes through it?
Yeah, that is violent.
6'1", 334, and moving around like this.
We said it. Didn't start at Tennessee.
No.
55 games, but wasn't like the core guy underneath. But that's okay. He's here to come.
Our guys have accumulated talent once again.
No doubt.
Joshua Farmer, Florida State. We saw him at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, and look, last year we got Verse and Fisk, but there's still talent there. They didn't have the season they hoped, but this guy was a standout. You saw him at the Senior Bowl, and in these drills, performed. I like it that these guys are out there competing. He did himself a good job today in all these drills. As a big defensive lineman to run with that speed, very impressive. Obviously, the scouts are watching.
Listen, he came in the top 50 in DJ's board. No doubt that he's going to stay up there and maybe even move up. He's been exceptional today.
This Oil Stadium. Derek Harmon, a guy that started his career at Michigan State, finished up in Eugene, Oregon. Awesome display.
No question about it. When you watch this big man move, what you see on tape gets confirmed by what we're seeing here on the field and during the drills. Just watch him go through the bags right now. How about that agility, Peter Schrager?
Looks good. He moved. We said that. We were excited to see him. One of the guys was like, you know what? Send me out there. I'll compete. I'll be the one to shine, and he did.
6'4", 313 pounds, ran a 4.95. One of several defensive tackles we saw out there go sub 540, which is insane.
Just remember, everything that we're seeing here looks so nice and flows, right? Has the agility, he's fluid, but it always ends with violence at the end, whether he's taking on an offensive lineman or running back trying to come through the hole.
Guys, the highest number of defensive tackles taken in the first round, half dozen. It's happened 4 times, most recently in 2019. It is time for Going Places, presented to you by Toyota. And Landon Jackson, he's going places like up the draft board. 4.68 40, 40.5-inch vert. And on the field, Charles Davis, smooth.
Yeah, he really was, because when you watch him play, you see a lot of power in his game. And now you're watching the agility that goes along with it.
Huge personality, too. You could tell he was one of those Pied Piper guys out there where everyone's kind of rallying around him. You could always find out who the leaders of the group are. It looked like Jackson had a huge presence out there on the field with a lot of players rooting for him as he was getting on the field, and he was pumping up the other guys as well.
Certainly helps you be a leader when you're productive, doesn't it, Peter?
Sure does.
Played as well as anybody in the Senior Bowl as well, right?
Terrific.
Had a great week.
Great week and an even better game. It's absolutely dominant during the game.
That day, you must be very proud as a Vol. OG, I heard that, by the way.
I absolutely am. Right now, I'm just bursting. My blood runs orange, as you know. But the best part was we didn't just see him run super fast at 4.47. Watch the fluidity going through these drills. Look where the eyes are, finding the coach, staying up. Footwork, look at him change of direction. Foot goes in the ground, he plants and he goes. 0 wasted movements.
He's the new hoodie in the NFL now as
Bottom
well.
line is this tape here, you can make it into how are these drills supposed to look? Just take James Pierce's reps, and you have the training tape for the future.
And when he ran that 40, the whole place erupted. And what I loved was a few of his Tennessee teammates who were on the defensive tackle group came running out and celebrated with him. Again, that's the stuff I'm looking for. I want to see which guys are loved by their teammates and which guys are cheering on their other guys out there.
Well, here's a guy that was a leader and beloved in Columbus, Ohio, Jack Sawyer. We didn't see him run the 40, but Peter, he did great work out there.
He did, and a cool anecdote. I was down there with Sean Payton. Jack Sawyer ran over to introduce himself. Hey, Coach Payton, Jack Sawyer, Ohio State. Like, one of those guys, also aware of the situation. He talked about what he did in the college football playoffs and did really well here in the drills without even having to run a 40.
Yeah, just watching him play, you see the joy that he plays with, but you see the power and the understanding of how to play the game. What do we say at the end of the day with a lot of these guys? Is he a football player? Jack Sawyer's a football player.
So too is Princely Emmanuel.
Remember, he started his career at the University of Florida. The way things go now, this open transfer, you're seeing guys go from school to school, and oftentimes it's not schools you would ever have gone to the second time before because of rivalries. All that's out the window. Where's a place that I'm going to go to have a chance to show my best wares and have an opportunity to play on a good team? Ole Miss was that team last year for Princely, who met me, Ellen.
And as I mentioned, there's going to be so many Ole Miss Rebels out there this weekend. We're wondering, how the heck weren't they?
Hey, they were right on the verge of the college football
I know they were right there, but
the Kentucky loss was probably the one that got them, the upset at home. But all in all, they were right there, sitting there in consideration to go to the 12-team playoff.
Nick Scorton out of Texas A&M. Aggies busy today. The defensive linemen scattered all over the place. Boy, they are athletic.
I know this, guys. Mike Elko's a new head coach at Texas A&M, first year there. The defensive guys, if you're a defensive player at Texas A&M, you should be rejoicing with him as your head football coach. We're going to see more and more guys like Shamar Stewart coming out of A&M as long as Mike Elko's there.
Yeah, Scorton's an interesting guy, too. He certainly heard Daniel Jeremiah with his comments. Talented. People can't quite figure out exactly where he's going to fit, but
just one of 11. That'd be a great idea. One of 11.
Yeah.
These soon-to-be rookies that are flipping out, literally. Let's see just how versatile these guys are. It's all about sticking the landing at the end, folks. Linebackers still to come from Indy.
That's a defensive lineman.
David Walker, Central Arkansas.